Best parts to live in South Florida as a young single man.
Well, what's important anywhere if you're a single man, not just South Florida, but live somewhere where you can live. And ideally, if you can, like, there's lots of places in Miami. You got Fort Lauderdale. You got like Delray, Atlantic Avenue. You got Palm Beach. Live in an area like a condo or apartment building, something that's like in the downtown area. And then what I always thought was great was that living like this, especially doing online dating with your Tinder or your Bumble or whatever, is like you can. one of the one of the buildings that I lived in, there was a wine bar downstairs, so it was great. So whenever I'd make a date, I just have the girl come to the wine bar, and I'd just say, "Text me when you arrive, and I'll come down the elevator and meet you." And so she'd show up, and I'd go down the elevator, and we would hang out, have a glass of wine, and take things from there. And it's nice because you can hang out at the wine bar. Then there was other places where there's live music, there's pool tables, there's places to throw darts. So you can create the conditions where there's physical interaction, where she can bump into you and touch you and get extra close. And then you can do the kiss test on her when you're real close. If you're unsure, because a lot of guys are like, I don't want to kiss her and get rejected in public. If you're hanging out and you're like this close to each other and you look at her lips and she looks at yours, and you go from her eyes into her lips, kiss her. She won't reject you. And then when you're all over each other and you're hot and heavy, then you can say, hey, let's get out here and go back to my place and open a bottle of wine. And she may say, let's do that. Or she may go, let's get another round of drinks and hang out here for a while. In sales, we call that the trial close. You're testing to see if she's ready to go back to the homestead for a session of the Indoor Olympics.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just depends on what it is you're looking for in particular. Like, say if you're looking for a hookup or something serious. From my experience, I am a South Florida native myself, and everyone's opinions of South Florida is different and subjective. My point of view, I don't feel like I'm like a lot of people, at least in South Florida. I feel like everyone else has their, let's just say, special personalities. If you're looking for a hookup, there's definitely a lot of options. I will tell you that. I'm sorry to all my South Floridians, but y'all know it's true. In terms of relationships, I mean, there's definitely some people here and there. On top of that, I will tell you for sure, there's a huge population here in South Florida, so there's definitely a lot of people. There's a lot of options to choose from, but everyone's different.
I'm gonna cut in on that.
Well, hold on one second. You want to live somewhere where there's stuff to do and there's a high population area, because a lot of times I'll talk to dudes that are wealthy and successful,
Yeah.
and they'll live out in a lake in the middle of the country, and there's like 5 neighbors within 20 miles. And so what I'll suggest to those guys, because it's not good for their social life living in the middle of nowhere, just get a bachelor apartment or something like that downtown, because you can go and hang out, you can meet up with your friends, and maybe you meet a girl when you're out. And you got to be somewhere where there's a large population center of people that are like-minded, that like the same things. People like the same things, tend to like each other.
Mm-hmm. No,
Like,
you're
let's
not,
be
because
real.
I think that you're absolutely right. I think that there's absolutely, really no concept of dating here in today's world, because I think that the majority of women have given men too many fucking options, and that gives men the idea that they can just beep bop around and do whatever the hell they want, date a woman every other day, and it's a different woman every other day. And when
I could just see the comments from that.
good, let them
No,
let
but
them
it's
fucking rip
true.
me.
Because
Like-
they say the same thing about women, is that you
Then
got social
give
media, you're on the
Hit
dating
me up,
apps.
slide in my fucking DMs, and if you're a real dude, maybe
Do not catfish under any
if you're
circumstances.
a catfish, I'm sorry, you're gonna get vetted. I will not respond to the catfish, but if you are a real dude, slide in the DMs. If you're like
slide in the
above,
Salty
like-
Bays DMs.
if you're above like
The thirst is
38 years
real.
old to like 45, that's like my dating range. Yeah, go for it. Slide in there.
But yeah, like I said, it really just depends on his intention, and on top of that, location as well. Because like I said, South Florida, there's a huge population here. Like,
There's a
really
huge population, but
to the point where traffic here is uncanny.
the guys don't want to date seriously. And
yeah, you
that's
get
the
that a lot
problem.
here. Yeah, yeah.
They do not want to have
Neither do most of the women will these guys complain about. I see in the comments every day.
Okay, but in South Florida, that's not what's happening. They will tell you that they want a
They're gonna be
serious
going,
relationship.
Erica's 31, she's already hit the wall.
Right, and they're gonna say that I'm damaged goods or this or that.
She's too old, bro.
Exactly, I'm too old, but guess what? I look like I'm 24.
I
look
honestly
like I'm
didn't think she was
25.
31 when I first met her. I didn't think so.
And I've been dealt shitty cards. All my boyfriends have been pieces of garbage.
A lot of us,
If you
unfortunately,
keep
have not had good
attracting the
experiences.
same
No.
kind of people into your life,
Every single guy I've dated
that-
has been extremely different with a different profession. I've dated an anesthesiologist. I've dated.
notice it's all the guy's fault.
No, I'm saying like I've
They're
dated
all horrible.
a financial advisor. I've dated a shitty club promoter when I was super young. I mean,
promoters, I don't mess with them.
that
I
was
don't
my
screw with
worst
them.
relationship
No way.
ever.
No way.
But I'm
No
Chose
offense.
poorly.
No
Well,
offense
when I
to
was
the club promoters, but
what 19? Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing, but now I'm.
Because you were just following your emotions and your feelings.
Yeah, I was, but he also like pulled a fast one and spoke some Hebrew to me, like, and I was like, "Wait, what? I thought you were Colombian. How is this happening?" And he told me to give him a kiss in Hebrew, and I was like, "What?" I was
She did not properly vet her previous boyfriends.
Actually,
You're gonna
no,
get
because-
roasted in the comments.
yeah, I don't-
roasted.
it's fine. Roast the shit out of me. It's
Like
Bring 'em on,
Sigourney Weaver in
boys.
Aliens.
bring them on. I'm ready for it. I don't care, but I really do think that men today they have way too many options because
Yeah.
a lot of women.
or at least here in South Florida, we're talking in terms of South Florida.
Specifically South Florida. Women today have lost self-respect. Like self-respect out the window. They don't care about themselves. They've completely turned into
The
whores.
party scene is very.
And I'm sure you're an innocent child of God, of course.
I need to like I need to like feel a connection with someone in order to sleep with them. And if that like takes time, like if I don't develop a relationship, I'm not going to just sleep with somebody.
I do recall, and I believe we have this on video, just last week she was complaining, I'm trying to get laid here.
Yeah, I am trying to get laid. Like, hello, where are these people? Like I'm cobwebbing up here.
The girl is in heat.
I mean,
Slide into her
Well, it's a good
DMs.
thing we live
my
in South
biological
Florida.
clock is ticking.
Oh,
Let's
it's a-
fucking go.
See,
It's a
I
good thing
told
we
you,
live in South
Coach, she
Florida,
hit the
right?
wall.
I mean, at least I have a Lilo. Let's
There's
go.
literally no filter here in South
She hit
Florida
the wall,
whatsoever.
bro.
No, and it's cool.
She's desperate to find the beta male provider.
I've had one, and he was great. He was Indian.
But I mean, Erica has a point though. Like in South Florida, the men here are a little special. Again, we're not trying to generalize here because there's even women that are just as special. But in our case, we date men, so we are speaking from our experiences as women.
Yeah.
So a little disclaimer right there. So it's Miami-Dade, Broward, those counties are very special. Yeah. So there's definitely a party scene, that's for sure. So if you're into the partying, there's definitely some partying here. There will be partying. So
So if you're
Do we ever move on to the next question?
Wait,
or was
but
it
if
still
you're
part of the
from-
first one?
if
This is
you're
still part of
from
the
like
first one.
So we
the
went back?
I mean, this is still part of the
Midwest
South Florida
area,
one.
Oh, okay. Oh, so this is the second
or
question.
anywhere that does not border the sea, and you're a good guy, DM me.
The thirst is real.
We will vet
Yeah,
you.
to
though.
all the good guys out there, please stop hiding in the bushes.
DM
you know,
all of
Erica's
us.
looking for you.
DM all of us.
The kitty cat is in
Erica's
heat
looking for
big
you guys.
time.
She wants to do some science research.
Yeah. That's
But should we also answer in terms of
She
living
wants to
in?
compete in the indoor Olympics as quickly as
No,
possible.
I'm not sleeping with any of these guys.
I mean, should we
You
also
just told them to say-
answer?
slide into your DMs.
Yeah, sliding into a DM is not sliding into my pants.
Well, sliding into
Do you
the
see how
DM
high these
comes
are?
first, and then you slide into your pants.
Okay, so
There is a process.
Caroline,
I don't date in Miami. I'm not the type to go clubbing and look for guys. I've been blessed with natural guys just being attracted to me, and I've only ever been in like long-term relationships, so I've never been through the having to pick and choose and talk to multiple guys
The hoe phase.
and get played or whatever. I just kind of just one special guy would pop up and I would last with him for like 2 years, and then that one would end and I would meet someone else and that would last another 2 years. So thankfully, I've never had to deal with these trashy men that you guys are talking about.
God bless you.
Yeah.
I don't
for
wish that
real.
upon you.
Yeah, stay away from them, Caroline, at all costs.
Stay
And I
doing
say
what
this
you're
'cause I
doing 'cause
care.
it's
stay away
work.
from them.
It's working.
But yeah, what about in terms of like best parts to live in South Florida? Because I think we should also answer that, not just like how the people are, but rather like the locations.
The weather's amazing. The girls are attractive. I think Boca Raton, Florida, which is where Ariana Grande is from,
She's from there.
is rated as having the prettiest girls in the whole United States.
No way.
Way. She's a babe. She's beautiful. She might be crazy, but she's hot. Beautiful girl.
I'm not disputing that, but
You would totally have a lesbian encounter with her, wouldn't you?
oh, I'd hook up with her for sure. But that's besides the point. That's Ariana Grande.
Yeah. Jocelyne, would you hook up with Ariana Grande if she wanted a lesbian encounter?
No.
If she wanted to make out with you,
You would totally.
She's
make
another
out.
person. I see her as another person. Granted, she has money. She's a celebrity. No.
I don't even think about any of that. Look at
Caroline,
her. She's like a
would you
cute
make out with
little
Ariana
pocket
Grande if
Barbie.
she wanted to?
Not my type, if I were to go that way.
But if Justin Bieber was there,
For some
absolutely.
reason, I feel like she's mean though. But I could
If
be
Justin
wrong.
Bieber, he said, let's have a threesome. You, me, and Ariana Grande.
I feel like I would crush her because she's so small.
Yeah, because you're such a giant yourself.
She's literally a stick.
Yeah, she's like this.
She's
like-
hot.
She's beautiful.
Perfect.
I think she's beautiful.
I also think a lot of Miami girls are like fit. Even if it might be plastic surgery, you'll find a lot of fit women if you're looking for that.
I also do think, though, a lot of the Miami girls have the same look.
It's a
So-
target-rich environment, bottom line. You will do well in South Florida if you're a single dude.
You will,
And if you're a fan of beaches, we definitely have beaches in like every corner.